What's up, my crypto legends? The price of Bitcoin absolutely exploding, already hitting $30,000. On yesterday's video, we were talking about two bullish case scenarios, the one with a slightly more corrective move and then shoot to the upside, or this one right over here where we were already creating the second wave inside of the third wave, getting ready for a blast off. As you can see on the chart, we are absolutely mooning as we talked about this prediction yesterday. Today, we are going to take a look at the higher time frames to see where the price of Bitcoin could get a little bit of resistance and where is the next higher low potentially going to be created for the next leg up. Because in my personal opinion, we are going to be breaking $31,000 potentially in the next coming days or after 1 or 2 weeks if we were to get a corrective move. So this is what we're going to talk about in today's episode, so make sure to stay tuned. Hi there, Andy here. Welcome back to another episode of Bitcoinsensus, and let's dive in here straight into the video because as I am recording, this is still ripping to the upside. We're well above $30,000 at this moment. We might even hit the highs here created back in April in the next coming hours. We're just currently about $900, $800 away from that high. I would expect a pullback at some point, but we know the deal. When Bitcoin goes, it goes big time, just like we had here back in March. It had a massive rally here just for a few days, going from $20,000 all the way to $30,000 almost in a matter of a few days. So Bitcoin is absolutely ripping, continuing to pump after this massive breakout. Now, it is pretty clear, right, that this is massive bullish momentum and we have broken the structure. At some point, there will be a corrective move, of course, and that corrective move is just going to give us a great buying opportunity. However, we do not know where is the biggest support level, and that is what we are going to talk about right away in this episode. So if we do take a look at this range, okay, it is pretty clear that we absolutely ripping. We are breaking even the value area high from this trading zone. This value area high exactly at 28,800, okay, and that would be a pretty decent pullback, is very strong support. It has been strong resistance. We did get a small little reaction today at that value area high, as you can see here on the chart, where we had a few 4-hourly candles stopping at that level. Now that little stop over there means that this level has provided a reaction. It has provided some resistance. If we were to get some kind of pullback, of course, I would be expecting that in the next coming days, unless we start breaking through overnight above $31,000. I wouldn't be surprised. This is absolutely ripping, guys, as you can see on the chart. Funny thing is that we were talking about the bullish case scenario, of course, two bullish case scenarios and the extreme bullish case scenarios on yesterday's video, as you can see right over here, meaning that this small little second wave has finished. We are likely going to create that third massive impulsive breakout, guys. And this was what has basically happened, as you can see on the chart. This is basically this price action right over here, where we had already 5 waves, all right, the possibility of 5 waves right over here being created, and only 3 waves here, okay, being the corrective move, A, B, C. And then, of course, already starting the third wave to the upside. That was the extreme bullish case scenario. So far, it is coming into fruition, guys. If we were to break that daily and that resistance, we are going to absolutely skyrocket, like we mentioned on yesterday's video, to get that massive leg up to $29,000. I wouldn't expect, I wasn't expecting $30,000, but this is Bitcoin. When it's time to rip the market, it is time to just push and push and push. So we are going to take a look at the major levels like I was telling you on the daily, okay? When we do take a look at the daily, no doubt in my mind, we have changed the trend here, guys, as we have been creating lower lows and lower highs for the last 2 months, as you can see on the chart. And I was bearish, very bearish, and this was the moment that I was already starting to feel bullish. This is ready to change the trend. Classic technical analysis, all right, for noobs and for people that are not institutions, is actually playing out here, where this neckline got insane support from this inverted head and shoulder scenario, descending wedge, classic technical analysis coming to fruition, as you can see here on the chart. Now, if we were to get that measured move from this inverted head and shoulder, it would be the bottom to the resistance trend line from that breakout. Yes, it looks like that $34,000 could be in play here for the next coming days. Now, after having an explosive breakout in the last 2 days of over $4,000, then I think it's very much possible to just pump another $2,000-3,000 in the next coming days, right? So what we want to be aware of, portfolio is doing absolutely wonderful, by the way. And remember, the Bybit World Series of Trading competition is coming in the coming weeks, and I'm going to be a team leader. Make sure to create that Bybit account where you do have an insane bonus to claim down below in the link in the description, guys, and then join my team in the next coming weeks, okay? Now, of course, we'll be informing the YouTube community how we are doing in the competition, all right, to see if we can absolutely rip it, guys. So if we were to get a corrective move, like I said, the most important support levels for a potential bounce is that value area high from this entire range. We did get a small little bit of resistance there, having some 4 hourly candles, okay, managing to stop at that level. And that value area high, as you can see on the chart, will provide some very strong support if any type of corrective move happens, because we might just break through $31,000, guys, which is absolutely phenomenal. Now, if we go to the 4 hourly time frame, we can see that smaller reaction like I mentioned at the beginning of the video. And if we were to get that corrective move, currently we are testing some highs here, okay, for a potential liquidity grab. So maybe it is time for that corrective move. Of course, I'm not going to speculate on if it's going to happen or not with this massive pump here. So what we could talk about is the support levels. If that retracement does happen, we know that this value area high from this entire range is extreme resistance level, turning into support very likely. It's at 28,750. So that is a major level that I will be paying attention, okay? And I'm going to mark it right over there for the next coming days if we were to get a pullback for a major bounce. Because no doubt in my mind that this is likely going to create a higher low. As you can see on the chart, lower low, and lower highs breaking out here, already confirming a new higher high, meaning that what we're looking at here is for a potential higher low on some retracement levels. And what are the biggest levels is one right there, the value area high from this entire trading zone. And of course, the last lower high peak right over here is also a good support level, which is slightly beneath the value area high from this entire trading zone, okay? So we can mark that value area high right over there. And of course, this lower high should be providing some really good textbook technical analysis resistance turning into support if we were to get that corrective move. But I am doubting that that correction is going to happen, guys. We're already trading at $30,300, and we do have here $31,000, just $600-700 away from it, guys. Wouldn't be surprised if we got a breakout from that level during the night, during the next coming hours. So, like I said, you know, if that pullback were to happen, we need to pay attention on major support levels. Of course, this massive extension here, for me, is still the third wave. The third wave has been extremely impulsive. It's gone a little bit crazy, okay? But this is what third wave does, okay? So if we do take a look at Elliott wave theory, yes, we are still inside of that massive third wave right there. 1, 2 here, small little 2 wave, 3 wave happening at the moment, all right? This could still go on, all right, to 30,500, 800. We're already hitting the 1.618, well above the 1.618 at this moment. But at some point, we should be creating a 4th wave, all right? I do see 5 waves already in here. So at some point, that corrective move should happen. So what we need to pay attention, and maybe that 5th wave already is going to be explosive, breaking above $31,000. So what we need to pay attention here, this being the 2nd wave, we also need to take a look at Fibonacci retracement, okay? We do not know where this high is going to end. When we will know this high is going to end is when we start getting the corrective move, when we start creating lower highs and breaking short-term structure, uptrend structure, okay, on the lower time frame, because we have been creating aggressive higher lows every single 3 minutes, 1 minute, guys. You know, the uptrend structure on the lower time frames has never been broken. Higher lows has never been broken, as you can see. No breakout of structure. It's going a little bit parabolic at this moment. So, you know, a little bit too parabolic. So we could expect a correction at some point. So we're not trying to detect the highs where we are going to get the corrective move. We are detecting big support levels where we could get the bounce. So we're going to zoom out here again here on the 15 minute. And like I said, for me, this is still the third wave. I mean, it's been absolutely explosive. The extension on this has gone absolutely bananas. If we do take a look at the wave one here to the extension right there, we have passed already the 1.618 Fibonacci extension, and we're just about to hit the 2, okay, extension, meaning that the third wave is going to be the same length as the, two times more as the first wave, which is insane, okay? It's absolutely crazy. Massive extension on the third wave. I do not see a fourth wave creation here because the corrective move has been very, very small. So I'm speculating that this is still the third wave, as there hasn't been any big major corrective wave, all right, to form that fourth wave move, all right? So like I said, let it go. We do not know where it's going to end. That is for sure. Third wave, absolutely insanely impulsive. So what I'm looking at here is the correction. If it does happen, where can we bounce? Right now, I'm just letting the price rocket. If it breaks to $31,000 today, well, let it break it. We will talk about the resistance zones that we do have as well, just in case I upload this video and we're trading at $32,000, right? So with this parabolic run. Fourth wave, where is the resistance? The value area high from the entire range. If we do take a look at the pivot low, okay, from the second wave, and we take a look at Fibonacci from this massive impulsive move, or depending on where it ends, guys, just say it ends at 30,800 potentially, I don't know, but wherever it ends, we need to take a look at the Fibonacci levels. And of course, we have the first one, 382, the most important one. Of course, 2.236 is also important, but obviously after this massive run up, I would expect a little bit more larger correction. So in between 382 and 50% is the most common retracement for a fourth wave, okay? And that 382 and 50% is round about the value area high. So that zone is where I'm going to be paying attention, okay, to see where, if we are going to hold this range. I would love to see a consolidation. I would love to see a double bottom scenario. I would like to see what is happening at this zone to take an informed decision and take advantage of this massive breakout from this descending wedge, guys. We're currently trading at 30,700 as I am recording this video, so it's just absolutely ripping. We do not want to fight the trend, of course. This is just absolutely pumping insanely aggressively, so we could go to $32,000 tonight. Let's take a look at the higher time frames here 1 second and go to the daily level and talk about the possibility of resistance levels, okay? Now, of course, could this form a double top scenario? Could we have a fake out in the next coming minutes potentially, because we're just a few $100s away? Could it create a fake out? Well, this is what we're going to find out in the next coming hours. Could we hit that level and then get the rejection and then potentially create a double top scenario in the immediate short term for the next few days? It is definitely a possibility. So I'll be paying attention on how we're breaking out from here. But overall, if we start hitting that zone with this massive power, with the massive hype that there is with BlackRock, okay, like mentioned on yesterday's video, there's a bit of hype here. This could be the fuel to break out from this wedge. It absolutely was the fuel, guys, to break out. We have bullish news and we have bullish chart, okay? The chart was bullish. It was ready for the reversal. So, yeah, basically, that is what I'm waiting for. Of course, I would be paying attention to these highs over here, $32,500 range, where we could get that kind of liquidity grab above these lower highs, right? and then have a corrective move. So for the moment, I'm going to be paying attention very carefully on how we hit the highs here created in April to see if we're going to get a rejected move. It's going to be very difficult to short here with risk management, where this is absolutely rocketing. If you're shorting, you're fighting the massive pump. This is like longing a massive big capitulation phase. You want to let it go till it consolidates. And when we get those consolidations, we can get into some epic trading scenarios. For the moment, expecting higher, of course, at some point, some kind of retracement. The biggest support level that I do see here is that value area high, which we're going to pay attention here if we can consolidate and create a reaction. We also have the highs here from the 29th of May, okay, a clear lower high that should be providing also some resistance, and that is exactly at the 50% Fibonacci zone, okay, when we do take a look at the second wave here to the third wave high, right? So that's 50% Fibonacci 382 is round about the value area high from the entire range, and that high over here is exactly at the 50% Fibonacci, okay? So that is going to be an interesting zone here if we were to correct down there to see how we are going to react to that zone to create a higher low, guys, because we've broken the structure, we like it or not, despite the FUD, despite it's a fake out or not, it's breaking structure, guys, and it looks like that higher levels and 31K could be broken in the coming days. So that is the biggest support level that we do have here on the chart for the moment, looking at the higher time frames. Right now, we're just a few $100s away in hitting the high. Will it blast off from that level and go to 32,500 where we have that rejection level potentially? Or is it going to continue ripping to the upside? We'll be paying close attention to see if it is going to create that double top and consolidate. A short there is going to be very difficult. You're going to have to get it at the highest level possible with extreme good risk management, because a lot of people here got absolutely wrecked and a lot of people made absolutely huge gains. Not much to be said here in this episode, guys. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.